So we wanted to take a few moments to talk about the song Lovesick. It's actually the name of Volume 1, and I wanted Nathan to be here because part of this song actually came out weeks prior to us actually singing it in this living room, and it was an encounter on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, we were leading worship at our local church on a Sunday morning, and just kind of in a spontaneous moment, that phrase kind of came out of me, and it's a lovesick cry from a lovesick bride. And for me, it was articulating a work that God had been doing in my heart during that season of what does it mean to long for the bridegroom to come. And so I, in one of our sessions here in your living room where Mark was sitting at the piano, I just started to sing that out, and then I think you started to sing it out, but your voice just carries that type of longing. And I was like, okay, Ross is the one that needs to carry this. And so from there, you took it, but then Audra began to bring in her part with it. So
tell them what,
Yeah, so I just started singing. I was just in this vulnerable place of like, I want to give you everything. Like what I'm longing for is to give you everything. And so this melody just kind of dropped on me, and it was, here's my heart. It's not hidden. Here's my heart to you. And so it just kind of collided it together. And what I love about this song is that the pieces came at different times, but that's kind of how the prophetic works. And then like they all kind of collided together. And so the ending part of the song about the groan too deep for words wasn't even in the mix. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this song goes with something that the Lord asked me to write years ago. And it was about a groan coming out of us, which goes with the lovesick cry. And so the Lord just went and just intertwined this whole song all together.
And even during the project, the night of the project, we were singing the song, and we've sang this song so many times in our circle that there was the presence of the Lord was so strong that if you're not careful, you kind of forget where you're at in the song. And Danny picks up at the perfect time, the groan too deep for words. And so the way the Lord portioned out this project by each of us as team members, it was so cool because each of us carried a piece of the song. And so we look forward to you encountering the Lord in this song called Lovesick.
So why is the album called Lovesick?
Yeah, I think that was one of the overarching themes that everybody latched onto through the whole project. And I think it's so cool because it's even evidenced in the song. When you listen to the track, you'll hear each of us at different times, this kind of a groan comes out. And that's really what we believe this project was about, that there's an impartation in the project that's going to cause people to groan. Some of you for the very first time. And what it is, it's a beautiful thing. Scripture communicates it as a groan that's too deep for words. That it's something inside of you that can't actually be verbalized, but it comes out in the form of a groan. And we just believe so much that there's impartation in that, and that there's a part of our love sickness and longing for Him that really genuinely causes us to groan for Him. And so we felt like, what a perfect name for the title of Volume 1.
What's crazy is the Lord told me once, I want you to lead my people in the groan. I want you to lead them in the worship of a groan. And I was like, what does that even mean? And it's like this project, we just did it naturally. It's like the Lord taught us how to lead through the groan. And so it definitely carries the groan.
Yeah. And just as an encouragement to all of you worshipers and worship leaders out there, that sometimes being messy is okay. There's groans that the Spirit causes to come out of us that aren't on pitch, that aren't on key, but they are exactly what God is doing in the moment. So be free. Feel free to release that. I believe that God is desiring more of that in worship, and it is so beautiful to watch it come out. And I know that it's changed the way that I lead worship. And so the groanings are a part of worship.
And they're super vulnerable. What if your vulnerability actually leads other people into an encounter? And that's what we believe this song is going to do. We had the privilege of going to Montana and sharing part of the project with some of our friends before we've actually released it. And it's fun and amazing seeing the presence of God be imparted in different parts of the earth. And our encounter with the Lord through this song actually led other people into a deep encounter. And I look forward to seeing what you guys watching it are going to experience with the Lord.
I will sing